Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger, and welcome to the next part of the PlayStation 2 collection. Going to be a bit of a smaller part today, and so will tomorrow. Will be one of the smaller parts. As you can see, we are got two more full shelves to do after this, but with two sides, of course. Just thought I'd show what this controller looks like when it's on. As you can see, it's yeah, it's a really good controller, even though it's basically an Xbox controller or a thing, but it actually works really well. I'm going to play some D-Blob after this on PlayStation now, but without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Today is all racing games, and I think tomorrow's will be racing games as well, so let's just go straight into it. Up first, we have RPM Tuning by Wanadu, another tuning car racing game. Need for Speed really set off this whole tuner racing games, tuning cars, of course, street cars. And then we have Supercar Street Challenge by Activision. Looks about average. Then we have the excellent Midnight Club series by Rockstar. Rockstar threw their hat in the name in a hat and made a couple of open world racing, street racing games. These were pretty cool arcade racers. And then we have Midnight Club 2. I thought I had the third one, but I'm sure I have it somewhere. But wait, Midnight Club 2 is not even in there. Why is it not in there? A bit confused as to why that's not in there. I have to look for it, but if not, I might need to get another copy. Then we have the Need for Speed series. We have Underground, one of the first street car games that really set off the series. Excellent game. I remember getting this for Christmas one year and I fell in love with it. We have the excellent sequel with the open world Underground 2. And then we have, in my opinion, the best Need for Speed game of all time, Most Wanted, the original, not the remake. Excellent open world game, very arcadey. It's almost got like a Burnout style to it in some senses. Excellent game. Then we have Need for Speed Carbon, the standard edition. This was sort of like the last street racing game from Need for Speed on the PlayStation 2. And then we have the collector's edition in this cardboard sleeve. And it comes with this, the collector's edition book. And it comes with 2 discs, the game and the bonus disc. But it says collector's edition on the disc. So I'm guessing the collector's edition comes with bonus DVD, extra vehicles, pre-tuned cars and exclusive events. Kind of weird to see a collector's edition of a PlayStation 2 game that actually did include the modern day variant of this would probably be the Game of the Year edition, almost, with all the DLC. Wouldn't really say it was DLC because there was no DLC on PS2, but yeah, kind of a cool piece of history there. And then the last one was Pro Street, which in my opinion went away from the traditional street charts. There were a couple of other ones on PS2 I'm missing, I think, but yeah, EA's excellent racing series. Then we have the Pimp My Ride game. I loved the show growing up. I love watching the show, but unfortunately the game is absolutely terrible. You sort of drive around and you pick up, like, you do little challenges and that's how you upgrade your car, and it's really bad. Nothing special, unfortunately. You think a game like Pimp My Ride would be pretty awesome. It would be so cool if they would have, people brought their cars in and you just upgraded them and spent time working on cars. That would be awesome. But no, they ruined it. And then they thought, you know what, we'll make a sequel with just racing cars. Street racing. Never played this one. Then we have the Fast and Furious I don't think this is based on any particular movie. I just think it's based on the license. I think it's basically the arcade game which you play in the arcade, or a similar style, because it's made by Namco. So yeah. And we have Street Racing Syndicate, also by Namco. The graphics look pretty good, I will say, from the pictures. But then we have LA Rush, another open world racing game. I've heard this is actually a pretty good game, similar to maybe like Forza Horizon or something. Then we have Monster Trucks Extreme Arena Edition by Phoenix, another shitty Phoenix game. And then we have Flat Out, the first one in the series. These were pretty cool games, you know, over the top action, chaotic games. Pretty cool series. There was a fourth one on the PlayStation 4. And then the sequel, Flat Out 2 by Empire and Bugbear. Pretty cool game. We have kind of a weird one here. Circus Maximus Chariot Wars, a chariot-themed racing game. Yeah, you know, they didn't really hold back when it came to making weird games. But says there, circa 50,933. I don't really know what these numbers are. I know that's sort of like the what game it was. Like, I don't know. Then we have Twisted Metal Black. I am missing the online edition. Excellent vehicle combat series. A lot of people are asking for a sequel. Then we have GTR Touring, part of the GTR racing games with touring cars. And then we have Toka Race Driver 2 and 3. I do have the first one, but I think it's misplaced. These are pretty awesome games by Codemasters. They include all different licenses, you know, touring cars, Formula 1, off-road, bit of everything on here. Pretty awesome games. I'd say the closest thing to the modern day version would be the Project Cars series. I want to get Project Cars 3 because I heard that Project Cars 3 is actually arcade racer rather than simulator. And then we have Scar, Squadra Corsa Alfa Romeo. I think this is kind of like a prequel to the Assetto or Corsair games. It's got RPG elements in here as well. We have NASCAR 07. Weren't many NASCAR games released in the UK. Most of the NASCAR games were US. Le Mans 24 Hours, based on the Le Mans circuit in France. And then we have the excellent Gran Turismo series, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. This is a great game, but the one problem I have with this game is the load times in this game are ridiculous. They take sometimes like 2 or 3 minutes. But these are excellent games, don't get me wrong. Beautiful graphics and excellent simulator. And we have the concept Tokyo Geneva 2002. There was a 2003 version, but only in Japan. I need to track that version for the full set. And we have Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. This was basically what was released before the fourth game come out. Basically was to sort of get you sort of hyped for the main game. Comes with a driver's guide, teaches you how to do all the stuff, and a bonus making of disc. Kind of an interesting piece of history here. And then we have, in my opinion, the best racing game on the PlayStation 2, Gran Turismo 4. I know it's a simulator, but this game I spent hours playing this. 700 cars, 50 tracks, one real driving simulator. The only problem with this game is it takes about 1,000 megabytes of data. 1,000 kilobytes, which doesn't seem like a lot by today's standard, but back in the day, man, if you only had the like an 8 megabyte memory card, this would take up a lot of space. Luckily I have a 64 megabyte one, and you can get quite much bigger ones nowadays, but Back in the day, you needed a single memory card for this game. This is huge, but it's an excellent game. Then we have Juiced and a competitor to Need for Speed. I've heard good things about this game. I don't think I've ever played it though. I might have played it as a kid, but I've heard good things about it. Then we have Driving Type Emotion S by Squaresoft. I'm guessing this is kind of more simulator, I guess. Tokyo Extreme Racer by Ubisoft. Sort of Tokyo themed game, probably lots of drifting. Over 125 cards. That's quite big, actually. 400 different opponents. Kind of might have to try that one out, actually. And then we have Racer GT or GT Racers. And then we have GTR 400 Grand Tour Racing. Then we have a couple of motorbike racing games that aren't dirt bike games. We have MotoGP 1 and 3. I'm missing 2 by Namco. I play these in the arcade sometimes. They're pretty fun arcade games on the bikes. But I think the PlayStation versions are a little bit more simulator. And then we have Superbike World Championship SBK 07. I'm not entirely sure if there are any other SBK games out there. Motocross Mania 3. This is kind of like Motocross meets Road Rage, I guess, or Road Rash. I don't know why this one's thrown in here, but Shadow of Memories, an arcade, an adventure psychological horror game. I don't know how that got in here, but whatever. And we have Jacked, another Road Rash game. This is actually a pretty fun game, actually. I played this with 2 players, and it's pretty fun. And then we have Riding Spirits 2. Lots of bikes here by Capcom and Spike. Superbike's Riding Challenge. A bike racing game. There's plenty of riding games here. And Tourist Trophy, the real riding simulator. Crescent Suzuki Racing, Superbikes and Sidecars. Then we have GT Africa, or GTC Africa. I don't know if this disc works, because I remember trying to play it and it didn't work. Only problem with PlayStation 2 games. Then we have Ford Racing 2 and 3. Some racing games with the Ford license. And the last 3 we have here are American Chopper. I think it was originally a TV show based on chopper bikes. And then we have Extreme G3. I think originally on the Nintendo 64, I believe. Futuristic bike racing game. And the last one is the original Riding Spirits. So yeah. So there we have it. A lot of racing games here today. There are hundreds of racing games on the PlayStation 2, bit of everything for everyone really. Like I said, I don't really play a lot of racing games anymore, but I'd love to go back and play some of these older racing games, because I prefer older racing games to modern ones, just because you know, I prefer arcade races to simulator, just because, I don't know, I just find them to be much more my type of racing game. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, feel free to leave a like. And of course, comment below. Let me know if there's any games here that you grew up with, or anything in particular that you'd like to know more about. And as always, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at the Mad Kai. I did do an impromptu stream last night. I wasn't planning to, but I did. So tonight I'm going to watch some AEW, the second episode. Yes, I am quite far back with AEW, but I've only just started it the other day. I have the Fight TV app, so I can get all of the AEW as well as a bunch of wrestling stuff. And it's really nice. I enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was pretty awesome, so looking forward to catching up with that. But anyway, guys, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. And bye-bye.